Hi, it's Sheila, and thank you for joining us for this episode. Before we get started, I just want to put in a little disclaimer. And this is a new venture for me and my kids. My kids are helping me with editing, and I am just really trying to get comfortable in front of the camera and doing podcasts. And so people have given me some really amazing input, and I just kind of wanted to explain a little bit so you know going in that this is a work in progress, that I'm not perfect at this. I'm not pretending to be perfect at this. This is more about the journey I'm on and having you come along with me. And so I appreciate all the input, I really do. And I love everyone who's been sending me, hey, the sound was wrong here, or try not to read a teleprompter. And I did, there is an episode 6 that I did without a teleprompter, and I don't feel it was that great either. But I just wanted to share with you that this is really a journey for us as a team, for me as an individual, as someone who's trying to get comfortable, like I said, being on camera. And so it's not going to be perfect. And I'm really not trying for it to be perfect. It's really about the experience. It's about the growth that my kids and I will all go through just by doing this every day. If we took the time and we criticized it so thoroughly to make it perfect, we wouldn't put it out. And I am a recovering perfectionist. I talk about that a little bit later in the podcast program, not now. And I will never do anything. I'll never put anything out if I don't just do it. And so thank you for your input. I appreciate it, and I accept it, and I will continue to accept it, because through your input we'll improve and change and grow. Some will implement and some we probably won't, because it's not maybe where we're going. So just so you know, these aren't meant to be perfect podcast episodes. They're the documentation of our journey through this online world. So again, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here, for listening, but that's where we're at. And so we'll go ahead and get started with this episode. Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Sheila Kennedy with the BizBasx Podcast, and this is episode number 7. On today's episode, I'm discussing how to pick the right online business to start. And the reason I chose this topic is because it's something that I struggled with tremendously. And I know how tough it can be deciding on which business, especially when you're unsure which one's right for you, which one would be profitable, and which business is actually needed out in the world. So are there even customers desiring your product or your business? So run the intro, and we'll be back with a quick thank you to our sponsors. Welcome to the BizBasx Podcast. I'm Sheila Kennedy. I have over 20 years experience as an entrepreneur and 8 years in executive leadership. I also have an MBA and a marketing degree. With all that education and experience, I began the journey of starting an online business over 4 years ago and just breezed right into it. Heck no, I didn't. It was hard. So I started this podcast to share the dirty little secrets I found along my journey. We're going to bring you the hottest topics, inspiring interviews, and explore the tools the experts are using. Are you ready? Do you need more leads? If so, what you need is a sales funnel. And if you've never built a sales funnel before, or you need to get a little bit better at it, what you need is the One Funnel Away Challenge. For just $100, you get 30 days of focusing on your business in a way you never have. By the end, you will build a funnel that gets your business leads and sales. We challenge you to take the One Funnel Away Challenge now by going to bizbasx.com/funnel. That's BIZBASX.com/funnel. How do you set goals now? How do you make sure you are on track through the year? These are the same questions I had for myself, and that is why I spent so much time designing the Grand Plan 2020 workbook. This is how I get all of my goals and intentions for my life and my business written out so I can keep the goals I set and improve my life as I do it. Get your copy of the Grand Plan 2020 workbook today at bizbasx.com/plan. Last year, I was sitting in my home office staring out the window. I had come to a crossroads. I had been trying to start an online business for over 3 years, and I was struggling to get one to stick and work out. I kept asking myself, do I need to go back and get a job? Can I do this online thing? Why is it so tough for me? I was ready to quit. I had bought course after course, and I still couldn't make it work. I had said I would not buy one more course. Then Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi did an online event that nearly broke the internet. They took their 60 plus years of combined experience empowering people to succeed through self-education and created a proven method as a guide for everyday people to create positive impact, purpose, and create next level success. More than 24,000 people, including me, have already taken action on this method in 150 countries and over 4,000 unique niches. Many people who were just like me were feeling like something was missing or were just craving more impact and success in their lives. They've used this method to achieve fulfillment and happiness. Imagine the feeling of peace you would have if you finally satisfied your deep desires for impacting lives and living out your true purpose while achieving next level success. This is your chance to learn the blueprint for how so many have already done it. Check out KBB and what Dean and Tony have put together. This course is where my life changed. If I hadn't taken this course, I would not be here today. Go to bizbasx.com/KBB. That's bizbasx.com/KBB. I had a sick feeling in my stomach, an off feeling that was seriously uncomfortable. I just knew I was about to be fired from a job I absolutely loved. I had to make some very quick decisions, and those decisions were how would I pay the bills for me and my kids. It was just me, a single mom, facing one of the worst situations that could be happening. I was about to lose my job. Someone was taking away my livelihood and jeopardizing my kids' well-being. Our savings was burning up and I was no closer to finding a new job. But did I even really want one? After searching my heart, I decided I didn't. I never wanted to be at someone's whim ever again. That's when my journey started to find the online business of my dreams. And I've mentioned it before in other podcasts. And so at this point, I was really gonna go for it. I took online courses, I hired coaches, I joined programs, I bought tools, and I worked my fingers to the bones. I bought all of the promises that I would be fully booked in 90 days. But guess what? It didn't happen. I applied myself, I learned and worked, but the promises made by the so-called gurus didn't. I was disillusioned. I was never gonna buy another program or app or tool ever again. After trying and trying one business after another, I was ready to call it quits and die a slow death in a cubicle somewhere. That is the precise moment I saw the online presentation by Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi. I really struggled with the decision to buy the course or not. It sounded like everything that I needed, but I was pretty burned from the other not so great courses. Well, I did buy it, and then I set about completing the course. It was amazing. Through the course, I realized that it wasn't all my fault. I got a glimpse into the truth about online businesses and online selling. I found that I had been given only half-truths meant to keep me coming back for more and more without ever giving me what I needed to be successful. It took time and I went about it the long way, but I did it. With Tony and Dean's help, I cracked the code. I just couldn't sit here knowing all that I know and not share it with you. So that's the reason why I started this podcast. It is my desire and hope that you don't have to go through what I went through, wasting your time and your money. No, I wanted to package up all the secrets and all the shortcuts and offer it to you so you could start the online business of your dreams, drop the shackles of your 9-to-5 where someone else is in control of your destiny. Here's the start of the journey. It's a very, very most important first step. You must know what you want to do, who you want to serve, and how you want to serve them. Without this critical first step of choosing an online business, you're going to flounder like I did, but you don't need to. Today, we're going to go over part 1 in a Get Ready workbook that I created to help aspiring entrepreneurs get unstuck and find a great business to start. These are the same steps that I used and the same steps that I bring my personal coaching clients through to start their online business. The first step in the Get Ready process is to explore the possibilities. Picking an online business to start is by far the hardest part of the whole process, and we're going to spend some time and do this the right way. When you're done, you will have a clear understanding of what business to start. You will know that it will be a good business with people who want your product and service. and that there's a healthy amount of competition within that market, and that it can be profitable. I spent a lot of time trying one online business after the other, changing my mind with every new whim. I had no clue if my ideas were good or not. I just tried them, and when they didn't work, I would switch to another idea. It wasn't until I came across the book Choose by Ryan Levesque that I actually researched my ideas and came up with one that I liked and one that was a good idea. There were many resources I used to finally come up with this system. The book Choose was one of them. You get the best I can glean from the Choose book combined with my years of my experience and education all here in this workbook, the Get Ready workbook, and you can find that on my website at sheilakennedy.biz. After spending nearly 4 years searching for my perfect online business the long way around, this is the shortest way I can show you how to come up with yours. We've refined this process with our clients and they love it. You will too. First, let's look at the types of markets there are out there and where your initial ideas may fall. So there's 3 types of markets. The most profitable and self-sustaining markets you can choose your business from are these 3 evergreen markets: health, wealth, and relationships. Within each of these markets are sub-markets, so other people call them niches. For example, if you picked health, you could then pick fitness as a sub-market or a niche. You could go even farther and more niche down and pick fitness for cyclers or fitness for expecting moms. If you pick the wealth market, you could pick the sub-market of real estate. You could then niche that down further to how to buy commercial property. If you picked relationships, you could pick the submarket of marriage and then niche that down to how to save your marriage after an affair. So start to think about those 3 markets when you're coming up with your initial ideas. Start to consider your initial ideas of a business within those markets. What submarket and what niche market? Health, wealth, and relationship is where you start. And then under health, it could be fitness coaches, supplements, and meditation. Some examples for wealth would be money coaching, investing courses, real estate courses. On my website, under this episode number 7, there's a list of businesses that you could choose from. So you could sell products on eBay, you could be a remote tutor, you could do website maintenance or online recruiting. So there's a whole list of ideas. So as you're brainstorming and trying to figure out which ones you like, definitely go to my website, BizBasx.com/episode 7, no dashes, and you will have a resource there of a bunch of options for you: freelancing, building websites, performing research, virtual assisting. So there's just a whole list. So you're going to look at the 3 markets: health, wealth, and relationships. You're going to think about niches and submarkets in those, and then take this list that I have on my website to get you started as far as brainstorming some ideas. All right, so after you start brainstorming markets and sub-markets and niches, there are different types of entrepreneurs you can choose to be. So when trying to decide which online business is best, it's good to start with the different types of entrepreneurs. There's mission-based entrepreneurs. Those are people who have a drive in them to do what they're doing. Oftentimes it comes from a hardship or a loss that they've endured. For example, when a parent loses a child to a disease, they might create a nonprofit that raises money to find a cure for that disease. Other parents might start a foundation to raise money for temporary housing for parents dealing with their children's illnesses away from home. But these people feel compelled, and it is their mission to do what they do. Is there anything in your life that you could create a mission-based business from? Then there is passion-based entrepreneurs. They find their business ideas from what they are passionate about. Hobbies can be a source of inspiration, and we're led to believe that all entrepreneurs must be passionate about their businesses, so much so that they would do it for free. But it's not true. To be passionate about your business would be amazing, but it's not totally necessary. Businesses started around passion could be exercising, gardening, painting, photography, children, anything you might be passionate about. Is there anything in your life that you could create a passion-based business from? And then there's opportunity-based entrepreneurs. This makes up the majority of the rest of the businesses out there. I love this type. I am of the see a need, fill a need philosophy, and many great inventions and companies have been founded this way. Opportunity-based businesses could be created around solving a problem you've experienced or you've figured out, a better solution to a problem than what currently exists, And you don't necessarily have to be passionate about the problem or even the solution. You could find your passion in helping people who have been in the same situation as you. You could find passion in the experience of creating a business. Either way, opportunity-based businesses fill an important need in society. So, is there anything in your life you could create an opportunity-based business from? Step 2, search your interests. We'll take a break here and thank our sponsors, and when we get back, we're going to jump into searching your interests.
Do you need more leads? If so, what you need is a sales funnel. And if you've never built a sales funnel before, or you need to get a little bit better at it, what you need is the One Funnel Away Challenge. For just $100, you get 30 days of focusing on your business in a way you never have. By the end, you will build a funnel that gets your business leads and sales. We challenge you to take the One Funnel Away Challenge now by going to bizbasx.com/funnel. That's bizbasx.com/funnel.
Thanks for sticking with us through that break. Let's jump into searching through your interests. This is an amazing self-inventory as you brainstorm business idea, review what you've already listed in the previous exercise, and then you're going to ask yourself personality questions. Are you an introvert or an extrovert? Do you prefer to work alone or on a team? Do you prefer to speak one-on-one, to a group, or to a large crowd? Are you funny, creative, analytical? How would you describe your personality? These are hobby and spare time questions. What social media do you spend the most time on? List your travel experiences. List your relevant life experiences. What do you love to talk about? What is so controversial about what you think or how you think? What hobbies do you have? What have you always wanted to learn? What do people ask you advice on? Now these are challenge and obstacle questions. What challenges have you had to overcome? What are difficult situations you've faced? What hardships have you faced? What are some life lessons you've learned? These are work and education questions. What jobs have you held? What awards have you been given? What did you excel at in previous jobs? What have you gotten promoted for? What is your education? What courses have you taken outside of school? What special trainings have you had? What certifications do you possess? Now these are talent and experiences questions. What have you always wanted to do? What is your lifelong dream? What have you worked at and are finally good at? What makes you unique? What would you do if money was no object? What have you always wanted to do better? Play piano, write a book, lose weight? What comes easy to you? What are things you seem to be better at than most? So list over all that inventory, and that will be where you're going to get some of your business ideas. Now, step 3 is to discover your why. Why do you want an online business? Is it family? Is it money? Is it time? Is it freedom? Is it lifestyle? Is it impact? Is it legacy? And then I would ask that you do the 7-level deep exercise. This is something that I learned from Dean Graziosi, where you're just going to ask yourself why 7 times to get down to the bottom of your true why. Step 4, research your options. You're going to take all your brainstorming and start to compile a list of possible ideas. Is there anything in the health market? Anything in the wealth market? Anything in the relationship market? Anything that's mission-based? Anything that's passion-based? Is there anything that's opportunity-based? Do you want to do products? And that could be online digital products or e-commerce products. Do you want to do service-based businesses, event-based? List everything out. List as many ideas as you have, all on one sheet of paper. Now you're going to take the top 5 ideas from that list and circle them. Take these ideas and turn them into keyword phrases, like if you were going to Google them, how would you write them out? Actually start to type them in the Google search bar and see what other ideas pop up. For example, if you type in public speaking classes, public speaking tips, public speaking in a diverse society, all pop up in the list for you. Once you look up all your keywords, take the top 5 keyword searches that you like and turn them into I want to help people do something. So it would go something like this. I want to help people with public speaking anxiety. Do this for all your top 5 ideas. Now we're going to evaluate these 5 options. So check each one against this list. Do they suit your personality? Is it in line with who you are and who you want to be? Can you see yourself doing this for the next 5 years? If yes, keep them on the list. If no, cross them off. Next, you're going to use Google keyword searches to see if there's enough people searching for your keywords. Is the term too broad, or is there not enough search? This is tricky. Something like yoga would be too broad. It would have too many searches for you to jump in and be effective in that market. Yoga mat may be too narrow and not enough people searching for that term. You want to find something that's in the middle. You may have heard of red and blue ocean. Red ocean is where there's too much competition fighting over the possible customers that are in that market. And a blue ocean is where there's no fighting and the waters are calm. A red ocean, so that's a keyword search with a lot of searches, is not good to start a business in. You could be eaten up by the competition, and it could take a lot of resources to be successful in that type of a market. A blue ocean might not be good either. It might be blue because there's no one there wanting your product. Ryan Levesque, in his book Choose, has a key to finding out if your keywords are in the category of too many or not enough. So check out his book, or you can check out our kit, our Get Ready kit, where we walk you through the steps to see if you have a keyword term that is perfect in the middle. So if your term is too broad, change it until it works by adding words to it to make it more niched. If it's too narrow, try changing it up to make it work as well. So here's my example. This is what I did. I wanted to help people with online businesses, but that term had way too many searches. I tried scale online business, and that was way too narrow, so not enough people were searching for that term. The term I settled on was starting an online business. It worked perfectly. Now you're going to take your keyword search terms and look up the competition on Amazon. So you're going to take that term in the Amazon search bar, and on the first page of the Amazon page, see how many competitors are there and how many competitors are advertising on their page. Again, too many is not a good sign. That would be a red ocean. Not enough or not any would be a bad sign, because that would be a blue ocean where there's no demand. Now here's where Ryan Levesque takes these terms through this criteria. So number one, are there players with money? So the pet industry, people spend a lot of money on their pets. That's one criteria. High school graduates would not be a place where there are players with money. Is there a fan base? So are there conventions around this topic, like Comic-Con or Small Business Expo? Are there Facebook groups on the topic? Are there clubs that meet around that topic? The next thing, is it evergreen? So avoid things that are clicky, like iPhones that change every so often, or fidget spinners. These are great short-term markets, but the better thing for you to do would be something that's going to last a little bit longer. Now here's the moment of truth. Take your narrowed down list, having run it through all the steps we've just taken. Even if there's 2 or 3 business ideas that have made it through to the end, it's time to make a decision. And if you've gotten here and there's nothing left on your list, then go back to your brainstorming session and start again with a new list of 3 to 5. But when you get through the exercise and you're down to 1, 2, or 3 choices, it's time to make a decision. Commit to it and run with it. No more second guessing, no more dabbling. This is your new idea. Later, once you get the business off the ground, go back and see if another idea is one you want to start. But in the meantime, kill those ideas and focus on the one you picked. This has been a huge step if you've gotten to here, and now you can celebrate. Next week, we'll go over the customer, who they are, and how you help them. It has been an honor having you join me on this episode. Please check us out on Facebook at BizBasx, or join our Facebook group, BizBasx Insight.
Do you need more leads? If so, what you need is a sales funnel. And if you've never built a sales funnel before, or you need to get a little bit better at it, what you need is the One Funnel Away Challenge. For just $100, you get 30 days of focusing on your business in a way you never have. By the end, you will build a funnel that gets your business leads and sales. We challenge you to take the One Funnel Away Challenge now by going to bizbasx.com/funnel. That's BizBasx.com/funnel.